So I lost track because we started getting to a really good conversation. That conversation was fantastic. We were about
This is what happens off camera. If in case you ever wonder, this is always what happens off camera.
We only have 2 more things to talk about, and we kind of completely digressed because diverged. We completely diverged because we were talking about like survival horror video games and talking about something else. But I want to talk about like there are 3 types of horror games recently that are like the most popular. There's like survival horror multiplayer games like Friday the 13th and Dead by Daylight, where there's one killer chasing a bunch of people that have to try and escape. And then there's the more action-oriented ones like The Evil Within, the Resident Evil. And then the ones that are run, hide, and die. There is no fighting there. I like those games. But
my favorites.
I prefer the action ones because I like the ability to fight back. But I like my ability to fight back to be very limited. That way it's still scary. Because when you can barely fight back, it makes it all better when you have limited resources. I think the Evil Within kind of takes, because it's one of the people who worked on the Evil Within, a lot of people I think actually worked on the Resident Evil franchise, and what they add to the Evil Within that Resident Evil doesn't have is stealth. There's an option for you to sneak by these monsters, which I think is a big part of most horror games is stealth, especially the ones that are like run, hide, and die, like Outlast. They want you to be stealthy so that you don't get caught.
Right.
And also, what's that alien game? Alien
Isolation.
Alien Isolation. I also have a really good idea for a alien game along the lines of like Friday the 13th and Dead by Daylight, where one person plays as the alien and is chasing around the crew, and the crew has to try and escape. And if 3 people are left, like everybody else is killed, there's only 3 people left, they can then escape in like an escape pod, which is basically what happens in the first movie. 4 people can't escape in an escape pod because it's not enough room, but 3 people can. So once there's 3 people left, they can try to escape an escape pod and blow up the ship and escape the alien. I think that would be really cool. And I feel like the Alien franchise in terms of video games hasn't been getting used as much as it should.
They either have really bad games or really good games, and they've only had like 2 really good games. One of them was I don't remember the name of it. I had like an emulator on my old DSi XL that had the game on it, and it was so much fun. I loved that game. And then the cartridge that had the emulator in it stopped working, and I was so upset because it was like my favorite game ever for a long time. And that stopped working. I was really sad. But then there was also Alien Isolation. Other than that, not even gonna lie, most Alien games have been trash to my knowledge. Like everyone I've played has been god awful.
Yeah, I think the best thing they done with the character, well, just the xenomorphs, could have put the xenomorph into combat and like combine it with Baraka, which was cool. Alien versus Predator. There was an Alien versus Predator game before. There should be another one because it was actually a cool game. It's a really old game now. It was on like the original Xbox, but it was cool. You could choose to play as either the Predator or the Alien or the Marines and fight against them, or play as the Alien or the Predator and hunt the people. And there's Predator hunting grounds, but that game's
Yeah, I was say I like. There's so many good ways for like a Predator game to happen, but Predator Hunting Ground, I admire what the studio tried to do, but
I think potentially they could make it better over the years, but right now it's all right. It's a good starting.
It literally just feels like Friday the 13th with the daytime and like the survivors have guns. That's what it feels like to me. It's just like,
yeah, it does.
Nothing new, nothing exciting.
There was a DLC in Ghost Recon. I forget which one. The one before the last one, where the Predator was like in the game, and like you as like a soldier could fight against the Predator, and he was. I don't know if he was always invisible, but he was invisible, and you would go through and you would hear that clicking sound that the Predator makes, which by the way sounds exactly like the sound that Predator Platypus makes. But you go into this forest and the Predator just comes down and starts hunting people, and it's great.
That's cool. I did not know that was a thing.
And that's exactly what Predator Hunting Ground feels like. It feels like it's just Ghost Recon with the Predator in it. And now I'm thinking about
it doesn't feel like it's anything new.
Yeah, I'm imagining Splinter Cell, but you play as the Predator.
That's basically what Splinter Cell is. Honestly, you're just a low tech Predator.
You're just a Predator without the plasma cannon and the actually, I mean, he has some type of vision, but he doesn't have the same vision.
He also can't turn it. What? There's like so many different noises going on in my apartment building tonight, and I don't know why.
I thought it was happening around here, like in my neighborhood, when I heard it.
No, oh man.
But very last thing